Thai Young Entrepreneurs, or TYE, is a global program that teaches high school students about invention, innovation, and entrepreneurship. We do this through a 7-month curriculum that helps students turn their own ideas into actual startups. And what's amazing about this is there's 2,000 students worldwide who experience it, and they come together, they build their startups, and then they compete for prizes at a global competition. So Jack O'Halloran was one of my students during TYE and during Startup Camp. During that time, as the students are building their ideas, it's my role to help them understand the process and then mentor them through turning their ideas into opportunity. This scholarship is really an opportunity for others to realize their dreams. And what a gift that is.
My name is Nitin Rai. I'm president of TIE Oregon, and I was Jack's mentor. Jack was always interested in business, and one time I mentioned the TYE program and the startup camp that I was supporting, and he joined both of those programs and was very committed because he has had lots of ideas. That was the special thing about him, was that he just had that gene, the entrepreneur gene inside of him, and I think he would have been really successful.
Jack was an incredibly creative, dynamic person. When he walked in the room, you knew it. And he was very much a family-oriented person. His brother and he were thick as thieves. And he just had a way about him. If you didn't know him, you were just instantly comfortable with him.
He was empathetic to a lot of issues, and I think even in his way of thinking about what he wanted to kind of put forward in terms of his ideas about work or creating a business, everything was really around making something better, making whatever he might be pivoting from to something that just is meeting a broader need than what people perceive whatever this is that's going on. I think if he was here today, I think he'd be trailblazing with something that we haven't even thought of that is something that we should all get involved in.
Well, Jack had a lot of ideas. He was constantly talking about his ideas, and he would write them down, and he would keep them in a notebook. He would write them on his phone, his notes, and he would constantly be coming up with new and different things. When I think it was 13 or 14, he decided to actually be a handyman. And I didn't know he knew how to do any of the skills that a handyman would do, but he went and got his own business cards. He made himself the CEO of Jack's Handyman service and learned all of his skills on YouTube. He said, "Mom, it doesn't take much to do some of these things. I can learn it." And so he started that company. He loved music. He was very much into music. And so he started working on some sort of app. He really never wanted to share what he was working on because he would always require people to have NDAs. I told him, you can tell me I'm your mom. I'm not going to say anything to anyone. But it was around having a commonality with music and having an app connect people through their music choices. So that was another one of them.
I think the music thing was the big one that I think took the most time and energy in terms of pulling the right people together to get this off the ground.
He went down to an attorney down in the Big Pink building, he told me, and he did not want me to go with him to the attorneys. When I heard he was going to the attorneys, I thought, oh my gosh, I wonder how much this is going to cost. And he said, "I have it covered, Mom, don't worry." Seldom did he ask me or Chris for money. And I think, taking his innate ability to think about ideas and develop them and talk to people. The TIE program enabled him to come up with processes and really hone in on some of those ideas, and how do you take an idea from your brain to here it is now, not only on paper but developing the product. So he learned a lot of that from TIE, and so that really catapulted him into a different level of success.
I'm really thankful to Jack's family for sponsoring this scholarship. It's very touching, it's very meaningful. It's going to be great for the students who get it, because they're all very deserving students, and it's going to make Jack's memory live forever.
We're incredibly pleased to announce that the 2023 Jack O'Halloran Young Entrepreneur of the Year Award is going to Naren Gaurav. I think the privilege of being a TYE teacher is that you can see all sorts of different types of students. In fact, when the students join us, we tell them everyone's here for a different reason. Some are here to turn this idea that they have in mind into a startup. Some of them are here to learn a new skill and push themselves beyond their comfort zones. And some are there to have a good time. What I love about Naren is that he was one of those students that was quietly learning what he was capable of in TYE. He wasn't the type of person who was out front and being the face of the team, but he was quietly getting things done. And he just really took input and feedback and synthesized it well. Last year, when Naren reached out to me, on LinkedIn, and was telling me that he had an exit from his company, and that he was thankful for all the things he learned at TYE, put a smile on my face, first of all, but just to see what he had done with the things that we had taught him, how he made them his own, and how he brought others along with him. It's everything that we could have ever wanted from the program, and a great role model. So yes, the exit is there, but what he did with the skills that he learned and how he conducted himself, and that he built on everything that he learned from us, that's what we really appreciate. And that's why he's winning this award.